And it was on that day that our heroes realized that X was in fact going to give it to them.
What do you get when a bunch of artists find old books and get drunk on their fantasies for adventure and boxed wine?
The Killustrators.
A Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Last time on the Killustrators.
Did our adventures poison my friend?
The tension of almost getting eaten by a bear makes Honey kind of lash out, and he like triples in size.
Expands?
Yeah, he gets huge. Slowly, like that warm feeling in your hands comes back, and Honey just falls asleep.
I lean over him and rest as well. Is this because of what we experienced in the mine?
Yes. 100% yes.
Is this what's infecting me?
Yes, it's the same thing.
Oswalt goes into his little personal tent and starts fiddling with the puzzle some more.
So we gotta walk under a waterfall.
Did we come out the other side?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not a super long cave, it's just kind of twisting and turning. And upon exiting, you're once again surrounded by trees and shit. And in front of you, pretty much immediately in front of you, is a old decrepit statue which is grown over by a bunch of trees and stuff. You guys essentially just make your way into even more forest. Wow! As Knack and Co. reach the other side of that little tree patch, you come across another decrepit old statue. You guys have finally found some ruins!
Wow!
We found ruins?
Oswalt
Holy
rushes
fucking
forward.
shit, dude!
Oswalt rushes forward to the ruins.
Ah!
Oswalt is the boy who goes.
Can I roll a search check, just like a general for anything interesting?
Alright, cool.
12.
You got 12?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you're inside this little wall. I mean, what was a building.
Yeah.
And inside, you find some old pots and pans.
Great.
Basic homeware of various kinds. Some shelves and such. And that's pretty much all that's intact right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
May I cast a spale?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the spell?
I'm going to cast Detect Undead.
Oh.
So if there's
It's
Yeah.
fine.
If there's Zambos,
so
if there's Zambinis.
if there's any undead within a 60-foot radius of me, I am made aware of their presence.
I see you! They're like hiding behind something. They're like, ah!
If they're in the well or
You
something,
got me.
You have.
or under the ground.
Yeah. Detect Undead, eh?
Yeah.
You cast that shit.
Yes.
Yo,
Nothing.
no.
Okay. Oswalt quietly goes. Good.
Someday.
One day.
Someday.
Alright, so Brix, I believe you were trap finding?
22.
Okay. You're just going around in general. There's not anything that's a trap per se,
Right.
but a lot of the places that still have some ceilings and like walls, you notice that some of them are much more unstable than others.
Okay.
So
So she's just walking around, like, hitting stuff with the tiny Nork. Little ting, 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 ting. And just like, oh,
There's structural damage here. You're
The
gonna
one
have to
that-
claim that.
the one you're at right now, you poke one of the walls with your Nork, and the whole thing collapses in front of you.
oh.
Yeah.
I didn't do that one. That was.
So that building there
I gotta.
is
add
no
someone
longer
else
a
to
building. That is a pile of rocks.
Nice.
Yeah. You did it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Could this be what they were looking for?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Could it be?
There seems to be very little here, though. Yeah, but
From what remains of these buildings, as you guys are looking around, they look like they were not hastily, but very simply constructed so that they could be put together pretty quickly.
okay.
There's nothing really remarkable about them, and for the most part, as you're searching the houses, you're finding more like pots and pans and
So
general
just like
household
normal
items and
stuff.
things.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks less like a temple and more like a settlement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
Well, we're close
probably means the temple's nearby.
yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's keep looking.
All right. Where you guys are right now in this little clearing, there's not another path going out anywhere else. So the only path is the one you guys came through.
Huh.
Really quick, I would like to roll a spot check. Specifically, I want to see how Art is reacting to us finding this and also just being deeper in the woods. I'm going to roll a 1 and die.
Your eyes
Tries-
burst out of your head.
Tries to read your feelings, dies.
Yeah.
Too many
Has a stroke. Jesus.
17 in total.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I would say you can probably, like, I'm not going to roll against it. He actually, like, now that we're here, and he's, like, seeing what's around, he actually seems a little bit more calm than he's been coming through the woods. So if you had noticed him being kind of, like, tense the whole time we're here, it almost feels like now that we're kind of away from everything and in this new space, he's actually a bit more comfortable with what's going on, if anything.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Any more
Any more
searches or...
There's no path, so I'm guessing something's hidden.
Either something's hidden or each path may fork off into a different, like, there might be a couple settlements and, you know, the temple might be down another path, specifically.
Right.
But I will just do a general search
Okay.
check, just, like, seeing if there are any more paths or if there's anything else kind of note that's sticking out that's not as residential, I guess, as the rest of the stuff we found.
Okay.
And that is 20 plus 10, so that's
So it was a nat 20, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're not finding anything that looks different from the structures that you've already seen. These are all pretty nondescript. There's nothing that stands out about them a whole lot. They don't even look like they were meant to stand for all that long. Like, they were built for whatever purpose they were built for at the time, and not a lot of thought was put into maintaining them or having them
So it was
stay.
temporary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from what you can discern.
Okay.
Because it's not like, there's not a whole lot. There's no nice columns in any of the buildings, like not a whole lot of support structures. They're just there's 4 walls and a roof. That's pretty much it. Even inside the structures, there's not a whole lot of indication of other rooms. There might be one extra room inside a place, and that's about it.
Okay.
Very, very basic structures.
I think maybe we should look down some of the other paths.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take another one.
There they go again. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the one-note trumpet guy.
Yeah, deep in the woods, you hear.
He's getting better at that one note. Yeah. So I guess...
Oh, sorry. I just want to say it's the Blair Witch, but Blair isn't like, you know, like a blaring sound.
You're cursed now.
Alright. So I guess we'll head back and look down one of the other paths.
Yeah, I suppose
Ew,
so.
which
I'm just gonna
one?
roll one quick thing. Alright, never mind.
Oh. Stuff watching us. We're being watched.
You guys exit the path past the light runes and things and just continue pretty much following along the tree line as you turn left a little bit. And as you follow that path, you come across another wider tree, similar to the twisted one you saw, but with a huge hollow in the middle of it.
Ah.
Let's inspect that hollow.
Really quickly, how much time has passed since I've been turned into a tiny little thing?
Oh, you're normal now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! I want to say that actually, you turned normal when you poked the thing with your Nork.
Oh, and
So you
that's
went
why.
bonk.
And that's why it fell over, because I was so used to being tiny that suddenly I'm big and I'm just like jamming it with the fucking...
Yeah, I want to say that like as you made the motion to poke it, you turned big, so suddenly your hand was way closer to it than you were intending, and you just kind of knocked it off.
You smash that thing to pieces.
There could have been good things in there. They're lost forever.
Wow, fuck.
Alright, so you guys have come across something much more important. Passing through the hollow, it leads into a sort of a tunnel through the trees.
Uh-huh.
And you come out into this huge clearing, and in this clearing are a bunch of buildings. And at the far end, there is like a tall pyramid-ish shaped thing, with a large staircase. And around it, west side of it, near the top, there's this big cloud of mist.
Okay.
And aside from that, these buildings look like they were much more purposefully built. Like they were built to actually withstand things and be around for a while. Look a whole lot more ornate, especially the large pyramid-ish thing in the back. It looks important and fancy.
It's like a step pyramid, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Brix is just gonna be like,
Oswalt, the thing, it's like on your weird paper sandwich.
What?
Paper sandwich!
that's what a book is.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Oswalt goes up the stairs.
I mean, it's from where you guys are, it's decently far away, and there's other
Okay.
buildings in between there, so you're just gonna head straight there. Straight to the temple.
We should look around.
Oswalt's gone.
Oswalt wants to go to the temple.
Alright. I am gonna look around.
Okay.
Someone should probably fetch him, just saying. I
Yeah.
don't know what's in there, but it will probably
Yeah,
not be exactly
Probably not the best.
good. Yeah.
Art's gonna kind of nod and
Yeah.
briskly go after Oswalt.
What is Knack doing? Knack and Honey. They see this.
Who's
all the-
wrangling Oswalt?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one second.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can go on.
These other structures on the map, they're buildings, right?
Yep. They're not as fancy as the temple in the
No,
background,
of course.
obviously, but again, they're much more purposely built than the
Ruins.
than the
temporary
little-
structures.
the little village that you saw before.
Perhaps we should inspect them for goodies and resources.
Yeah.
So let's go salvage some
And
shit.
research.
Which one should we start
And
with?
research.
All right.
Knack, as he walks about this area, he's sketching stuff really fast.
All right. As you're going around looking at the exteriors of the buildings and sketching them, you notice that pretty much all the buildings, aside from 2, have sigils all along the sides of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we nearing the temple at this point? I
I
guess.
suppose so. If you guys have not veered from your path at all.
Well, I mean, I'm just
we
going
should-
after Oswalt.
Yeah,
so.
we should get into one of these places, man.
So I'm assuming
Great.
I get there before Art does.
Definitely.
Yeah. So as you guys are approaching the entrance to the temple, the cloud of mist or fog that is right next to it is clearly coming from some part of the wall.
Good.
Yeah.
So someone forgot to turn off their fog machine.
Yeah. They were having a mad rave here
Yeah. And
back when everyone
Sick.
disappeared. And the
Sick
fog
rave.
machine's just still going.
Yep.
There's a lot of dry ice in that fog machine.
Oh, yeah.
As you guys step inside, however, there isn't any fog.
Huh.
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 How about that?
Huh.
Fucking shit.
Interesting.
So what do? First of all,
yeah.
So I get in first, and then Art kind of quickly shows up behind me.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Oswald turns to Art, puts his hand on Art's shoulder, and goes, "Do you hear that, Art? Shh. It's adventure calling our name." And then I walk further into the temple.
Oh, good.
Okay, well, walking inside, there are nice, fancy-looking columns all along the, in like a row from the entrance and in the corners of the room. And you see a mural on the wall.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just gonna freaking...
Pass it here. Oswald's going to examine it.
Yep. It is depicting in the first image. Well, the image at the very back you can't see because the wall has collapsed. But the images along the side of the wall depict a bunch of soldiers fighting, two primary ones with swords crossed, and a bunch of archers, and above them is some kind of an object. In the second image, there are three robed figures standing around with the same object, but split into three parts. And then, in the last one, there is a man standing in the middle of the image, with a path going up past some images of mountains, and a path going down past some trees and water.
Yes. That is all in here.
Hooray!
So does this mean anything to you? Is this a god thing?
This is a god thing.
This doesn't seem like a god thing.
But you're gonna roll with knowledge religion?
I'm with an 11. I don't even know if I would really know if it was a god thing.
If it is a god thing, it's not something that you're familiar with, not being that you're not from the region.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But, looks fancy and important.
It looks real fancy and important.
It's definitely documenting a thing.
Yeah.
Some happening. Great! Other than that, this room appears to be a shrine to whatever the mural is depicting on the walls. There's not a whole lot in it other than that.
Yeah, there's no way to go deeper into it?
No. You're up on the very top of the building, and it's just basically this one room dedicated to the big mural. And parts of the walls are collapsed, and some trees have snuck in through the east side of the wall. Okay, cool. As you're looking around the room, also, you notice that on this side of the wall, there's some sort of device or something embedded into the wall. And it looks the same as one that's embedded into the wall on this side here. But the one on the east side is not functioning.
Okay, so we're thinking that the mist is probably coming out of that thing in the wall, because it was on the west side.
You can probably extrapolate that, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's mist coming out of one of the things embedded into the wall. It's surrounded by a couple different runes. A few of them have fallen off and are just broken on the floor in front of it, but the thing itself is in there and functioning.
Okay. That's why they got a fog machine out here. What's that for?
Atmosphere.
The mist is coming out of the broken one or the non-broken?
The non-broken one. The one on the west side is fully functional. The runes surrounding it, some of them are broken. But on the one on the east side, the whole mechanism is busted, visibly.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'll do a search just to see if I find anything of interest. Or just something that will give us more information on what we're looking at near.
Okay. At the machine or the whole room?
The machines, specifically. Which I got a 15, by the way.
Okay. Well, you know what it does already. You know that it's creating mist.
Mm-hmm.
But upon searching and poking at it a little bit, it seems to be, the core device itself seems to be removable.
Okay, I'll remove it.
Hooray! Now you have a little device that makes mist.
That's it?
Yep.
Cool, mist machine.
Now you have the fog machine.
After you took it out, it stopped spewing mist, and it died down a little bit. There was a light on the side of it that stopped glowing. Hooray!
Cool.
You have a thing!
Nice.
Well, outside, what buildings are there? Because
it's those
ones. You have
but... Well, I'll go into the biggest one.
Let's all split up and search these
which one?
Oh yeah, because that works so well in horror movies.
Yeah.
It works
Say
great.
horror. It's D&D.
Yeah? Okay.
D&D can be horror.
It can be.
Yeah.
So, who all was in this stupid room?
I think everybody made it in eventually. I do believe so.
Are we talking about the temple or the other building?
No, the
'Cause
other
I'm talking about the other building.
Oh, the other building.
Yeah.
Oh. I do not know.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine other folks ended up there, and then Oswalt and Art will perhaps rejoin.
Follow suit.
Okay.
It sounds like there might be more in there than there was in the temple.
Sure.
Well, maybe if everyone's going to the temple, maybe we should just go to the temple and then go out and explore the other buildings.
I think it's pretty safe to assume that happened.
Okay.
You all hung out in the temple for a bit and looked at the mural and are like, that's weird.
Alright. Can I interpret anything from the mural?
From studying the mural and just based on your own life experiences and such, you can essentially discern that there was a thing. People went to war over the thing.
Yeah.
In some capacity or not, the thing was made no longer a thing, and they went their separate ways or traveled across the land. Either whoever it was split off in two directions, or they just went everywhere.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a thing, probably powerful, because that's always how it is.
Yeah. There was a thing that was made not a thing.
Yeah.
By some group of people. And then they went in opposite directions.
Okay.
North and south.
Very well.
Alright.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
There's not much else here, is there? So
No, not a whole lot, aside from the mist machine that Oswalt has. Also,
Now we can
I forgot
have
to
a
say
concert.
this, but the mist machine is small enough to fit in your pocket or on your utility belt that you have.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes.
You got a fog belt.
Hell yeah.
Yep. You can make fog whenever you want.
Did they just put the fog thing here to be cool? And it just worked for
Fuck yeah.
all this time?
Kind of. I mean, there was a broken one as well.
Yeah.
And then you guys make your way out of the temple and into the nearest building on the east as you're coming back down the stairs, which are facing north. Coming back in, right near the entrance of the building, you can pretty easily see that there's another one of the busted fog machines.
okay.
Okay, so all these,
So these
were
were
supposed to be
everywhere.
foggy.
Yeah, so they were supposed to be all over the place. But only the one survived, I guess.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be misty and mysterious.
Possibly hidden
And
entirely.
hidden, yeah.
Obscured for
Clearly,
sure.
They didn't want people to find this place.
Mm-hmm.
Would you build a giant, ostentatious temple and then try to cover it with fog?
In the forest.
Adds drama.
You guys enter what looks to be a big, dilapidated lab of sorts.
Ooh.
So there are desks and shelves all over the place. There is a part where the wall collapsed and knocked over a shelf near the back of the room. And just generally all kinds of flasks and bottles and different objects kicking around all over the room. On a lot of the desks, there are some old, rotted papers and alchemy tools. It's just a big lab with a whole bunch of different ingredients all over the place.
Alright,
And
Brix, don't
bottles
like
and
anything.
things. Or take all the things.
Okay. I want to inspect all the potions.
Okay.
I want to know
Well, anything that would have had a potion at this point is all dried up.
Right.
So you just have found a whole bunch of old flasks
So there's just
that are stained and have like a thick
Ew.
coagulated substance at the bottom.
Bleh.
Gross.
Nasty.
I mean, that's what
Alright.
happens when you leave potions too long, dog. They go bad.
That's fair.
Even magic has expiry dates. Aw.
And the pages are real messed up.
Yeah, the pages
you
are pretty
can't
much
really-
they're not legible at all, and what parts are formulas and things. A lot of parts are crossed out as if they were like experimenting with things. What do, folks?
Gotta explore.
Yeah, we'll look around.
Okay. Searches or who's doing what?
I'll just do a general search.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I got a 20 search. A natural 20.
A nat 20?
How am I? It's because we're not battling. I'm rolling great because we're not in a battle.
I
That is
got.
also-
That's also a 20.
as well.
Yeah, I also got
Shit,
a 20,
we're
not
fighting.
natural.
We're fighting.
Holy shit, you guys are
If
just finding
there is
everything in the room.
Anything
I
in
rolled
there,
a 28.
we found
Wow.
it.
So
Good
we,
Yeah.
lord.
We both got nat 20s. So.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
All three of us did.
Yeah.
We're finding the shit out of everything in here.
okay, shit. Alright, so Scarlet, over here, you found some, like an old crystal ball, like a scrying orb. Just kicking around there.
Nice. These are expensive.
Put it in your hat.
I put it in my hat. It disappears immediately.
Ooh.
Art, you go over to a desk that's been displaced by some of the rubble coming off the wall. And underneath a couple of smaller rocks, you see something glimmering. And you take it, and it is a small little ring. And holding it, you feel a little bit more at ease.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oswalt, you find some more wands and things scattered around on the floor. These ones don't give off any sort of feeling at all. But, I mean, presumably they were supposed to.
So you found some sticks.
We found some
That's
sticks and
garbage.
wands and then
Some
rings.
garbage.
But you did still find jewelry.
Sure,
So-
I'll take the jewelry.
Cool. So you got 3 rings. 3 old tarnished silver rings. Knack, you found a couple of actually usable potion crafting materials, like some clean flasks and things. So if you want, you can take those. You can add 2 flasks to your inventory. Empty flasks. There's 3 doors in this room.
What did Brixie
2 of them
find?
are what?
What
Sorry,
did Brixie find?
Brixie, you didn't find anything. I'm sorry.
Horse shit.
I mean, you found all the same things everybody else did, but there's no new things.
Horse shit.
I'm so sorry. Alright, so there's 3 doors in the room. One is a pair of double doors that's leading to the east. One is slightly ajar on the east side leading north. One's on the west side. It's closed, also leading north.
I just want to open the one that's slightly ajar.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so stepping into the room wherein the door was slightly ajar, you find a whole fuckload of bookshelves and tables with notes all over them. And at the far end of the room, there's some chalkboards which have since been, they're not legible at all. One of them is completely buried in rubble. One of the bookshelves has toppled over and is resting against another bookshelf. And that's really about it. Whole
Is
lot
there
of books
anything
and
on the
things.
other side of those 2 bookshelves, like the one resting up against the other, or?
Yeah, just past that is where the chalkboards are.
Right.
And as well as another table with some quills and inks and things.
I want to look at the books.
Okay.
I'm gonna search those books. That's a 26.
Pretty much all of the books there are all different magic formula books, and some of them are collections of notes that the old civilization kept on how they were making runes and what those different runes did.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like an important part of history.
Yeah, it might be. Should probably make a note of this so you
Yeah.
can report back to Professor Withersby.
Yeah.
Okay, Knack, it's your time to shine. Taking notes.
You should bring another
Finally.
bird back to send this information to Professor Withersby.
That's a long way for a bird to go.
I know.
The spell might
Fucking
wear off by
dies.
then, and then the bird's just like,
Where the hell am I?
fly off in a random direction forever.
That's fine.
I copy the notes.
Where?
Really?
So you're just copying down some of the formulas and things and
Yeah,
whatever you
just
can
in
read.
case.
And just marking down that there are these books there, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm
What-
taking them.
What
Take
kind
a
of
bunch.
books are they?
Like I was saying before, there's all different magic ingredient lists and different formulas.
Oh, it's just
and-
only alchemy stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
alchemy and rune stuff.
Okay.
I want to skedaddle back towards the chalkboards.
Okay.
Okay. Do I need to do any sort of shit to get through the bookcases, or?
I mean, no, but what are you doing with the chalkboards?
I don't know. I just want to look back there.
Okay.
Brix is feeling fucking burnt because she didn't find any cool shit in the last room.
Oh no.
So she's just
Let
like,
her
well,
find
fuck
a
this.
thing.
I'm gonna find something in this room.
Well, how about that?
I guess I do a search. It's a 19.
Okay, so as you're searching around on one of the desks, there are 2 bottles of ink next to a quill, next to a piece of paper with some notes on it. As you're searching around, you knock over one of them, which is a white bottle of ink, and it completely erases all the writing on the page.
Oh.
So you found some magical whiteout.
Oh.
Does it work on anything or just ink?
Don't know. Why don't you give it a shot?
Yeah, you should keep it.
Okay. Ha! Ow. Sorry, she clawed
Put it
my
on
leg.
yourself.
I'm melting. I'm a ghost.
It's not harming the paper in any way. It's literally just dissolving the writing.
Okay.
There were other doors in that
Yeah.
hallway, right?
Yeah, there's a set of double doors on the east side.
Instead of double doors.
I know.
A set of double
I
doors?
keep hearing
It's 2 of
double
them.
doors when you say
Just standing.
Oswalt checks to see if they're locked.
Nope.
Double
Open them
door.
up.
Alright, so as you push open the double doors, there's no resistance, but as you step through, they swing closed behind you. In there's a whole bunch of shelves and things with raw components. A lot of old, rotted plants and things, more flasks and bottles. There's some raw pieces of metal and some blank rune slates, as well as some old runes. And some boards that have ritual circles just engraved onto them. Near the back, the wall has caved in and a tree has come up through the building. And there is a collection of sticks and things and old pieces of paper that are worked into a circle near the back underneath the tree.
Sweet. Well, I'll check that shit out. 19.
19 for a search check on the
Yeah.
the twigs and things in the
Yeah,
back.
because you said there was a circular thing of pages. That seems out of place.
Yeah, it's a bunch of twigs and sticks and just any loose objects that have all been worked into a kind of circular shape. As you're looking around in there, you find a little tuft of blue fur.
Oh.
Sonic was here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can probably discern that this is some sort of was some sort of a nest.
Okay.
Oh.
I take the blue fur and then I bring it over to Knack and Scarlet. And I hand it to them.
Okay.
I don't.
I do have
What is
Knowledge nature.
knowledgeable.
It could also be a magical beast, in which case,
In which case, knowledge arcana.
which I don't have.
Okay, but Scarlet does.
I do.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
between the two of you,
why
can
don't you roll
figure-
nature? I'll roll that. Okay.
I didn't do very well.
Okay.
I only got a 12.
Okay.
Well, I got 16 plus 9.
All right. So you both take turns looking at the fur and just kind of mulling about it between each other, and you sort of come to the conclusion or make a guess that it could be a disenchanter.
Oh.
What is that?
Disenchanter.
A disenchanter is a gangly ass fucking camel looking thing with a trunk, a prehensile trunk.
That's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gross.
It
And
feeds
they-
on magic.
they eat magic.
Oh. Uh-oh.
They're pretty big too.
I do the magic.
They are 6 feet tall, 8 feet long, and weigh 1,600 pounds.
Whatever, I could take them.
Although they're usually pretty nice, but if this is their nest, they might not take that very nicely.
If they live here.
Yeah. We might just be intruding in someone's kitchen
old
right
spoiled potions.
I mean, they could also be eating. They eat anything magical. They sap the magic out of things. So
And
they can
people.
make an enchanted item of any kind into just something mundane. They just eat it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
They ruined this lab.
now. Yeah, they probably ate everything magical in here, huh?
Or at least most things.
Yeah.
Not the zinc, though. I got this. This is mine. This is my whiteout.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I picked it up.
Cool. I don't know if you went back or if you did anything after Ink Quest.
No. It was basically like, I got my thing. And
Oh, yeah, she's happy now. She's satisfied.
Okay, cool. Great. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're pleased. As you're walking back from Ink Quest, you can see through the collapsed parts of the walls the other room there, and it's got things that's like little thin walls set up that sort of almost resemble cubicle walls.
Oh.
Okay.
And more desks and things. A lot of the wall and parts of the ceiling have come down, so it's some cubicle desks and a lot of rubble.
There's a lot of sadness over here, you guys.
This is depression corner.
Oh God!
Does this building look about the same age as the temple? Or
The part of the temple that you guys were in, like the top part, looked significantly newer than the part that you guys are standing in right now.
Whoa.
Oh.
So the temple is newer.
How about that? At least the room with the mural looked newer.
Yeah.
than what you've got here.
If we're done lugging around here, I suggest that we move because things really do live here.
Yeah.
Don't imagine they're going to be happy if they come back and we're here.
So one more door we have to check, though, yeah?
Yeah, and that's the room with the cubicles and shit.
Okay.
If you want
The
to.
sad room.
Oh, let's
Sad
go.
room.
Yeah.
Let's go into Sadness Corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll clear the place.
So where are you entering from?
Um,
The library room or the lab?
I mean, if I'm...
I mean, we are in the library right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well go in.
Yeah, let's
that
go
way.
through the library.
Yeah.
Is Brix going ahead? Because she was the one who saw everything, or...
Yeah, I suppose so. She can scamper over all that shit pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Okay. Can I get a dex check just because you're, like, climbing over rocks and shit?
Yeah, sure.
Or, like,
Thank you.
making your way over rocks, making your way
Oh,
downtown,
no.
walking
It's a
fast?
shit roll. It's a good thing she's got good dex.
That big dex energy?
Yeah.
When are we making merch?
That is an 8 total.
Oh, no.
She
yeah,
rolled really poorly.
It was a 2.
I mean, it's not a crazy dex. It's not like she's jumping over a pit. She's just climbing
No,
over
but
some rocks.
that's pretty bad.
It's loose rocks, I guess, and she's just like, "Ugh!"
Yeah, she just kind of, like, stumbles over them.
Oh, have you ever seen that gif of the cat and it's like running on a slide and it's just sort of staying in place? That's
Yeah.
her, but she's just kicking gravel everywhere.
Oh, no.
Oh, Brix.
Oh,
Oh, Brix. I mean, you do make it over, just real awkwardly.
well, that looked
And as
cool.
you get over,
Yeah.
like a tiny little part of the cubicle wall collapses.
Like on me?
No, just in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Just because of the ruckus.
Right.
I'm gonna go through the hallway.
Brix tripped over some rocks, knocked over a little bit of the wall thingy over here.
Right.
Yeah.
She's in the other room.
Yeah, the far north end of this little cubicle wall thing.
Yeah, we were trying to get in there. Is there any danger in there, Brix?
That's a good question.
Well,
Do you smell things?
as the thing collapses, after it sits on the ground for a second, it fucking explodes.
Oh no!
Oh no.
What?
Like, not a huge explosion,
Just a little
just like a grenade
Okay.
pop.
a grenade pop.
Yeah, grenades don't blow up that big. They just kind of like pop.
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no fire involved.
Yeah.
So what the fuck have movies been feeding me all these years?
Lies.
Lies.
I hate
Okay.
movies now.
Right?
They
just
lied
shoot
to me.
sharp
Just
little-
boycott movies.
They just shoot sharp little pieces of metal in every direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that, but less with the shrapnel.
Ah.
So it hits the ground, stops for a sec, and in a little blue puff, just kind of.
There's just fireworks in here, you guys.
Nice.
Those are much more violent explosions. Yeah.
That's fine.
Cool.
Okay.
You
So-
guys gonna skedaddle on in or?
I'm gonna go through out in the hallway and go through the door. That's an option, right?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
normal person.
Yeah, Art's gonna go through the
Oh, there's a
fucking
door.
door,
I'm
like a
gonna-
normal
Yeah, there's a
person.
door down here.
Yeah.
We don't have to
I'll-
go through the wall.
I'm going to follow you. That seems like the normal thing to do.
I mean, to be fair, I have really good,
I was like, to be fair, you are a cat.
But you tripped.
but I still fucked up.
And
Yeah.
honestly, if you fucked
I'll go
up, like,
through
what
the door,
chance do
too.
I have?
Everybody through the door.
Through the door.
Wow.
We'll leave Brix over there. On the other side of the room. It'll be fine.
It's fine. There's just lots of sharp objects here. I'll just start jamming them in my mouth.
No, please.
No, Brix, stop. No, Brix, stop. You're gonna get in trouble.
Stop this.
Together, she's like bleeding.
Nobody stopped me, and I ate so many sharp things.
What do you mean? You could have stopped anytime you wanted.
I didn't want to. I liked it.
Help me.
I liked the disease.
What's in
Which is
this
both a
room?
blessing and curse.
Yeah, what's
Other
in
than
this?
explosion?
Paint us a word picture.
Well, more of the gloomy, broken down.
All right, it was the
cubicle
sad
office.
room.
Yeah, it was the sad fucking office thing. From where you are right now, though, you can see behind one of the little more intact little cubicle desks, and on the insides of the walls is marked with a bunch more of the sort of like protection sigils.
Okay.
And on the desks is a whole lot of the blank rune slates and some engraved runes and things like that, and a couple of the boards with the ritual circles that were seen in the storage room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any stuff to pick up?
Do you want to try?
Can I take a thing? Yeah. I wanna check for stuff, for goodies, for items.
Okay. Point to the map. Where are you going?
Okay. There's only garbage here.
I mean,
I'm gonna check
It's
this
ruins.
cubicle here in the far corner.
Yeah, garbage. She said garbage.
Garbage.
I'm very glad
Or
you say
about.
so.
Yeah?
Yes, because as you round the corner and come around the side, you are very close to something
Oh no!
camel-esque
A friend!
and blue. As you approach that little desk, you hear a sound that's like,
Oh. Disgusting.
and as you come around the cubicle wall, you see the disenchanter with his trunk to the cubicle wall.
What is he eating?
Sucking up sadness is what.
What is he
Are these things
eating?
dangerous?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Why don't you try making friends with it, Oswald?
I mean, my main concern is the fact that Scarlet is covered in magical garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
It's gonna eat her.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that as well because that is a point of concern.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
it finishes up sucking some of the magic from the sigils on the wall, it turns its attention to Scarlet and points its trunk at you and starts waddling forward.
Absolutely not. Excuse me. I really don't want to attack this poor thing, but it's gonna eat me and all of my things.
You love your things.
I can't believe we're gonna fight an anteater monster. A blue anteater.
Okay. I want to get away from it real fast. I don't want to necessarily hurt it.
So you back up,
Yeah, I'm gonna back up a little.
and as you back up,
I know
it's
he's
following you.
I know he's gonna try and
And
eat
it
my charms.
picks up
but-
speed a little bit until it's the same distance away that it was before, and
Okay.
it's doing its dumpy little walk forward again.
Guys, there's a thing here.
I move forward towards it to try to get between Scarlet and this thing.
Yeah.
I could probably
I want to
talk
lasso
to it,
its
but
snoot.
yeah,
You have a rope?
Yeah, I got a rope.
All right.
I think I'm too tasty to talk to it. You're gonna have to help me.
Okay, so Brix ties a little knot in her rope and throws it at the snoot, which catches it, I assume. And now I'm gonna jump up on its back and I'm gonna ride it.
Okay. Here she goes.
Okay. Well, first of all,
Yeah?
after you lasso it, it's trying to pull its nose free,
Right, well,
and also it's like a prehensile trunk, right? So
Right.
it's the bit that's at the end of the rope is wiggling around.
Ew.
I love it.
Blah, blah.
Do I have to do a strength check fighting with its nose or?
Well, to get up on its back,
What is that, like acrobatics or?
yeah, it'd be like a jump. And then I'm gonna need you to do handle animal.
Okay.
Oh dear, you're just gonna
So
ride
for
it,
jump,
huh?
that's a 13.
I mean, yeah,
Sure. All right, so I'm
because you're
on.
not jumping very high.
No, and I've got a guide
And you got a rope, yeah.
And then handle animal. Oh, that's not very good.
Oh, God.
I can't
You
handle
better-
myself.
You better roll properly.
What is that? A 6 or a 9? That is a 9. So that's a 12 total.
A 12 total?
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're gonna be playing bull with this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this thing's really trying to buck you off.
So I'm just like.
So now Scarlet was like backing away from this thing with its trunk pointed straight out at her.
Yeah.
And then you lasso it. It tries to pull away. You jump on it, and now it's just going fucking crazy trying
Okay,
to
but
get you
did
off.
Scarlet get away?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
she's
cool.
fine.
By the way, I.
Hey guys, I made a friend!
Oh dear.
Can I get you to do a balance?
That's a 27, my dude.
Alright, so you're fine.
Yeah.
And he's not slamming you into anything right now.
Nice.
So
So I'm just sort of riding around.
Yeah,
on its
you're
back.
just, you've got one hand up in the air and you've got the other hand on the rope that's lassoed around its nose. You're like, woo!
Nice.
Oh.
So Knack, I've lassoed a.
A disenchanter.
Yeah. Do you want to try
Did
and
you-
maybe?
Did you lasso its legs?
No, it's nose.
No.
You're just on it now.
Yeah.
Just riding it.
Yeah, I'm just riding it.
Yeah, it's fucking like crazy.
All right, give me a second.
Anytime you want to help, bud.
Yeah.
You're making it worse.
No, I'm not. I gotta let Scarlet get away. I want to make
Yeah.
sure she was all right.
I could try things, but I'm afraid that he might not listen because I'm too full of tasty snacks.
That's
You know?
pretty fair.
I am a walking
Yeah, you're covered in magic
treasure
stuff.
trove of
Yeah.
magical objects.
Is it freaking out?
I mean, yeah.
Its
Yeah.
nose is lassoed and a cat's on its back.
Yeah.
And there's probably claws involved because it's not like he's wearing a saddle. So.
No.
Oh god.
Poor thing.
Oh dear.
I walk between Scarlet and the creature and move up to it, and I pull my arms out of my cloak and I grab my own cloak and I start shaking it, and I get up in its face and I start looking at it with my mask and tilting my head back and forth, making eye contact with it, and I try to use handle animal to calm it down.
Alright, can I get a roll, please?
I got 19.
Okay, so it is calming down quite notably, and it's pretty much the only thing it's still doing to fight back is trying to pull its nose free of the rope.
Okay, well, it's not assaulting our friends anymore, right?
No.
No.
Okay, I'll jump off and let go of its snoot.
It's like looking at you, and its nose is kind of wiggling around and is slowly trying to inch towards the bracelet that Scarlet gave you.
I put that arm away, and I hold out my other hand, and
Hold
I
out
produce
honey.
and I produce good berries, which are magic berries,
Okay.
and it fills my hand. Hold on, let me see how many I make.
While you're casting it, his nose is kind of like pushing the leaves back and forth on your healing suit, trying to get at the bracelet.
This fucking thing.
I produce
Tenacious.
I produce 8 good berries.
8 good berries.
Yeah, they're magic berries. But as he's trying to grab them all, I just keep like pulling my hand away and letting him only have one. And I'm like, get out of here.
Okay. Well, you're taking it towards the door?
I could lure it out.
Yeah. So if you lure him that way, I should just walk around the other way, right?
Okay, yeah. Then
Like
I start
so
backing.
over here.
Yeah, let's
Can
move him out.
he fit through the door? He
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
came
yeah.
in through the wall, right? But yeah, I make my way towards the door, slowly backing up towards it. And
Okay. Is Brix? Are you still on his back?
No. I released the snoot and got off of it. And
Release.
stuff.
Okay.
Release the snoot.
hashtag release the snoot.
Oh,
I back up to the door.
A new
Okay.
friend.
Okay. As you're walking past people, he senses the like magical objects on them. Especially as you pass Oswalt, you like struggle to keep his attention. You get the puzzle box. His like nose veers off to the side, and he starts turning his head.
I move my hands in front of his face and I cast Flare, which will dazzle him.
Oh.
He blinks a lot,
He's blind.
Just a little.
but intrigued.
Trying to distract him. So I'm gonna cast some low level caltrops.
Should we just kill this thing?
Oh, it didn't do anything.
Come on.
I hiss at Oswald.
Knack's doing a really good job of handling the animal. You're like, fuck it.
Let's fuck
Yeah,
should we just kill it?
it's almost contained, and he's like, let's kill it.
Everyone's making way. She's like, we should kill this fucker. Just kill it.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Fucking kill it.
Waste him.
Hear me out. What if it died?
Fuck's sake.
Let him be a druid.
Do you
For
just... Yeah, let him be a necromancer.
I lure him towards the other room, and then I turn around and I cast Entangle in this room and create a bunch of
Like
vines.
you.
I get him into the room,
Yeah.
and then I cast Entangle, which creates magical vines and growth that come up and kind of keep him there.
Yeah.
But also probably will distract him because it's all magic.
Yep. So
He's gonna be
as it,
sucking on those
He can just
tangles.
chomp down on some magic grass and have a good time, and I'm gonna close the door.
all right,
forever.
cool.
Bye.
So
I throw the rest of the
he
berries
becomes
into the room.
entangled.
Oh.
The vines and stuff wrap around his legs.
Yeah.
He doesn't really seem to move or mind, but he lowers his head and puts his trunk to the grass and starts sucking up magic energy.
Well, there he is.
Dumpiest monster encounter.
Yeah, he's pretty dumpy.
He just wants to eat magic, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
just hungry.
It's just a hungry boy.
Wow.
Just a big old hungry boy.
Oswald saunters in with his machete. I'll be right back.
No!
I'm kidding.
God, since when did Oswalt get dark on this adventure?
It's not Oswald, it's Adam.
Dark Walt.
I know.
Darkwold?
Careful.
Darkold? Is
Can
that
I-
what you said?
Can I check if there's anything in that corner now, or get assaulted by a thing?
Okay, so coming
there's
around the
7
corner,
more.
it's pretty much the same as what you've seen before. A lot of the runes and stuff, but
Okay.
when you were looking at it with the disenchanter there,
Yeah.
the sigils on the wall were giving off a light glow. Now that the disenchanter's done with them, they no longer are.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess he's the thing that's been, so like the mist machines are broken and stuff. It's
Mhm.
probably all him.
Yeah, he's been eating this stuff.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
From looking around the room, just based on how the little desks are set up in this big cubicle room and the sigils on the cubicle walls, you can probably assume that they were making or experimenting with new runes in this room, and the little protection walls were in case anything went awry.
Alright.
Yeah.
And as we've seen, there were explosives. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's something exploded. Maybe it just like shorted out or something, or it got disconnected from the rest of its runes and did something it wasn't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it came apart and blew up.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Well-
Did you pick up that orb from before? The
Yeah.
crystal orb?
Yeah,
Okay,
I have it
cool.
on me.
So yeah, then
Yeah,
we're.
let's get out. Which buildings do we have left?
Many.
Alright.
Many. Okay.
You have investigated 2.
The lab and the temple.
Mm-hmm. The lab in the top part of the temple.
Okay.
And so you've got all the buildings on the west side of it
Okay.
and the bottom part of the temple.
So I guess we exit this business building.
Yeah.
Start looking at other ones.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do with this fucking
got like a
disenchanter?
6
He's
feet
like
radius.
right in front of the door.
What?
Oh, he's still there?
Yeah,
I closed the door.
Tangled, yeah.
I closed the door. He's fine. He can eat all that magic grass.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
You're
magic
just gonna
grass to
sneak
eat.
past him when you
Yeah.
leave.
No,
Yeah.
we can go out the wall.
Yeah, but the door to the whole building is. I mean, I guess that broken down wall there. Is that
Yeah.
what you're referring to?
Yes.
Is that the way out? There's no other way out?
I mean, that's the only door.
Can we go through the wall?
Probably.
I mean, he
I might
hasn't
be able to make the
attacked
door.
me, really. I don't
Yeah, you could just
necessarily want to kill him unless it gets aggressive.
like, run past him. He seems pretty dumpy and slow.
If we grab past him, will he
He's
try
dumpy
and...
and slow and distracted by magic
Yeah.
grass right now.
Let's try and sneak by.
Yeah, I'm down.
We're gonna get entangled then.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
God damn it, so...
Great.
God damn it! What the fuck?
I want to point out that my rope-based method worked fine.
I mean, you could torch it
No.
with the
The
thing inside.
disenchanter?
The whole
No.
thing.
Should we eat?
The disenchanter.
What?
What?
Do you want to eat him?
What?
For lunch.
Wait, hold on.
And Brix takes out the half-eaten bird that she's got, and she's just like,
You got so mad at me for this, and you want to eat the big blue guy? What the? There, is this okay now? No, it's not. You know it's not.
I needed that bird.
Oh no.
He's causing more trouble than he's worth.
Okay, wait. Can we...
Knack is all about preserving life until it inconveniences.
Seriously.
We don't let him go to waste.
Okay, that's true. At least he uses every part of the blue buffalo.
Yeah.
He's a camel,
we-
damn it.
Well, no, it's the
I know.
Okay, wait. Where is the door to the
Do we-
building?
Down here.
Okay, it's
But there's a-
there,
but there's
and
a
then,
hole in the
and
wall
that's
over there.
him. But
There's
yeah,
a hole in the wall there. I mean,
Let's
it's
just
a
go
big
through
pile of rubble.
let's just go through the
You
hole in the wall.
Give it a shot. You gotta climb over some racks.
Hole in the wall.
I'm just gonna go through the hole in the wall.
Yeah, I'll just use the hole in the wall.
Hey, I don't think I did too badly.
Knack, before you step away from the door, though, you can still faintly hear the.
Ew.
Yeah, he's fine.
12.
A 12?
A 12.
Okay,
Dang it,
you
can't
make
be a
it
climb,
over
huh?
just like fine,
Yeah.
not well, but
There's no grace.
no.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You make it over somehow better than Brix did.
I'm still mad about eating the blue thing, and it was. It's in my
distracting you.
mind, yeah.
It's just hunting, man.
I just want to point out that's what Brix did too, and you got mad at it.
I got mad at her because I needed that bird.
How the fuck's she supposed to know that? How do we know we don't need the blue guy?
I mean, what are you
Well-
gonna do with a fucking disenchanter?
Eat.
Make him our friend. Make him carry my shit. I don't know.
I mean,
Cook up some steaks. We'd have food for a while.
I
you
imagine
get like
it
an
would taste
enchanted
good.
thing and like put it on the end of a stick,
Yeah.
and you just leave him around like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have
Would
just
you-
rode him with a little carrot on a stick.
A magical carrot on a stick.
We
Yeah.
could do it kosher. We could lead him up the stairs of the temple and then push him down.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa!
I'm already out. I'm already outside.
Yeah,
Why
and
are we still having this
if
conversation?
Art can make it out with little issue, everyone can.
Yeah, if Art can make it out, everyone can make it out. I'm
Right.
a firm believer in this. Just jump over the rubble. You have a 30-foot jump. Just use it.
What if he jumps
Oswalt.
too high and hits his head on the ceiling?
You all take turns clambering over the rubble. It's a bit awkward, but you make your way unharmed. When the last of you is finally through and you find yourself in the clearing once again, you hear a sound from the building across the way. A low, droning cry, like...
Is that another one?
which is then reciprocated by the disenchanter within the building you just left.
Yo, he
Okay.
found his Goral.
Oh, there was a nest. So
yeah.
that does make sense. There
Yeah.
were more than one of them.
They were a family.
A family of disenchanters.
But that means if we go in the next building...
Awkward, gangly ass fucking camels.
What was the
Yeah.
What was the scientist planning to do with the information from this place? Is it maybe a bad thing that these guys are here?
He never really told us, right? He just wanted to have the info. He wanted us to.
He's part of the part of the museum's research team.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like he's the head of the research team for the museum. So pretty much they're just studying the ancient civilization that was in this region before the current civilization.
Right.
So they're pretty much just there was no ultimate goal for any of the information that was here. It was just seeing that there was any information to have at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're basically just like making maps
Just
and
charting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are like the first people to go and find this before like the actual research team comes in.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So we're really just on recon. We're not supposed to be
like
taking things.
like the
Or-
magic fog machine.
can take things.
All the fog machines here were broken.
All
Don't
of
ask
them.
questions.
There's just fog
Goodbye.
coming out of my pocket.
Can you turn that
Alright.
off?
That's just me. I do that.
Does that just
I'm
last
vaping.
forever or what?
Yeah.
With my butt.
Don't worry about it. It's a new
Suppository
thing.
vape.
Vape trick.
It's a necromancer thing. Don't breathe that.
No.
I hate
God,
all
please.
of this.
Necromancer
I-
Although I do want to hurry up and get the patent on suppository vapes. Patent pending, patent pending, patent pending.
Fuck.
No!
Stop! Why?
Because I'm going to be 100 air, that's why.
Knack
Maybe
decides,
1,000 air.
What does Knack decide?
Knack decides to cast Detect Magic on just the whole area.
Good luck on that.
Well,
Look
all
at
right.
me.
Well,
Your
much
eyes
of the
burst
surrounding.
out of your head.
You fuck!
I'm blind!
Your eyes just burn out. Much of the surrounding area lights up in your vision. The runes on the buildings, a lot of them are emitting a dull green glow. And just real quick, as you are casting this, the disenchanter inside the lab you just explored awkwardly pushes its way through the door, making its way over to the building across from you and pushing its body again awkwardly through that doorway. And as it's walking by, you notice that the disenchanter has a pulsing blue aura, and there are various different colored specks of light visible scattered around, but all of those are overpowered by a bright yellow light radiating from the northwestmost building. There's a similar looking light coming from the building just south of that, the one that the disenchanter had just entered, but much more faint. Yay! Everything's fucking magic
So
here.
you saw that and I didn't see a damn thing?
You were in a different area.
Wow. Wow.
You're in
I think we were in a totally different room area.
you were in
Yeah.
the little shitty ass village.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
They didn't bring anything there, huh? They really
No.
didn't do anything.
Is
to it.
the building that has the big yellow glow
They
within,
spent all
like,
over
I
it.
can see it?
Oh yeah.
I point it out to the rest of the party, and I say, we should go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
To the big glowing yellow one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also,
You don't want to check out the disenchanters at all. Everything's glowing, by the way.
Knack
Like that
is-
one's just really bright.
Knack is starting to feel some things right now about these guys.
The disenchanters?
Yeah. I mean, this is all internal, but Knack is starting to think that these guys shouldn't be here because for the sake of preserving this ancient civilization, they probably shouldn't just be able to fucking suckle up on everything.
Eat everything.
Destroy everything that's to glean from this place. But at the same time, they're animals.
Yeah.
So Knack is a little bit.
So you're weighing the value of life versus the value of information.
Yeah.
In history.
Oswalt
Yeah.
is going to daintily, not like being super stealthy, but trying not to bring a lot of attention to himself, just kind of peek in where the disenchanter went.
Okay.
You know you have a rogue in the party, right?
Yeah, but he wants to do it himself.
Yeah, these guys don't seem like
Oswalt
they're
wa-
hostile.
Oswalt wants to make the adventure.
They're not
Oswald's
outright
an
hostile,
adventurer.
but I mean they are wild
Class
magical animals.
adventurer.
Yeah, they seem like about as docile as like a bunch of cows or something.
More or less. Weird gangly blue cows, but yeah.
With anteater faces.
That can vomit magic on you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we know that.
No, I mean,
No, we
yeah,
don't.
that's...
Better not find out.
But as players, you know that. So, peeking inside the building through the door that's left open by the disenchanter, awkwardly hobbling its way through, you see him as he goes down a hallway and turns the corner to the left. Yes. Looking inside, you're once again greeted by a glum, rundown atmosphere. You pretty much are just seeing a long hallway, some stone walls, a little bit of rubble, and a couple of doorways on your right side as you go, the hallway progresses downward.
Where are the magic boys?
They've turned down, left this way, in this area somewhere.
So we don't
So
know
they've
exactly,
gone-
but...
Could we get,
They're out of eye shot right now.
Knack wants to keep tabs on them, so he's going to follow them.
Okay.
That's,
Okay, let's follow them.
So Knack kind of brushes by Oswalt slowly.
Has Knack also told the party that there are many magics around, or was he just like, I want to just go check it out?
I didn't. I said that we should inspect that building over there, the one with the really good glow, and then I.
And then you got distracted
I'm
by
just kind of silently walking after the disenchanters without saying anything.
Okay.
We should go there. Bye.
Knack, as you follow the first disenchanter, the one that you saw, you find yourself face to face with the same disenchanter from before, but behind it is 3 more. One of them roughly the same size as the first you'd seen, with 2 smaller ones cuddling up close to it. They are in the entranceway, like they're just inside this little closet area.
Yeah.
And the door is slightly open, and you can see that it was filled with. It had shelves and like an open chest. A lot of things have been knocked off the shelf. One of the shelves is knocked over completely, and there's just old runes and things scattered all around. So they're just kind of hanging out, sucking up some magic.
Maybe we can just like sneak by these things.
Yeah, but also we need to try and find out as much stuff as we can and retrieve, if possible, anything that, is of historical value. But
Well,
these
yeah.
things are eating everything.
Especially if it's a magical item, because
Yeah.
then...
Mm-hmm.
Really
They're,
quickly, the little ones, compared to Brix, how big are they?
They're how tall is Brix?
Brix is just shy of 3 feet and she weighs 25 pounds.
I mean, they're much heavier than you. They're much longer, but from foot to shoulder, they're about the same height, actually.
Oh my god, what are you playing?
riding a pony.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because, like,
proportion-wise.
yeah. I'm trying to, because, like, Brix's gear is starting to get to her max weight limit.
You just want a pack mule?
A little bit.
A baby pack mule?
Do they know I'm there? Are they looking at me?
Yes,
Listen,
actually.
Me, the player, know it's wrong. Brix.
The one closer to the 2 calves, you can probably assume to be their mother, as the 2 are just snuggled up real close to it. And as you come around the corner and it notices you, it is glaring at you, craning its neck down and wrapping its trunk up in front of one of the calves.
Oh.
Oh.
So that one's the favorite. I will take the other.
It's only got 1 trunk, dude. What's it supposed to do?
Protect the favorite.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she'll take the other one. God, stay on the same page.
No, I was just reinforcing what was being said. Yeah. Okay. As it's glaring at you, it begins to make a low, repetitive sound.
Okay, this thing's mad.
Knack shrinks himself like as much as he can and stays completely still, staring at them.
Okay.
This makes it a lot easier to make a decision. At first, I thought there was one, and if I had to kill it, it wouldn't have been so hard. But now it's
Now it's a family.
I can't do. Yeah, Knack can't do that. Knack can't kill these guys.
So you're saying if Jeph presented all the NPCs with all their families that they scream about when they're dying?
Yeah, even the monsters have their fucking families. And they're snuggling them all fucking cartoon.
God, can you imagine if we killed the last one and ate it, you monster?
I didn't though.
And then we walked.
You wanted to.
I was playing that for goofs, for laughs.
Just for laughs. Canada's favorite comedy festival. Montreal, Quebec.
But yes, if I was gauging the fact that these guys are causing harm to this place, so if I had to get rid of them, I would have eaten them.
That's too
Okay.
much food.
So
Is there a chance we can, lure them out of here? At
Well,
all.
that's what I'm thinking about now.
Put them
but
to sleep.
At the same
Put
time,
them, kick them out.
Take him to the forest. You know.
but their nest is here, and I don't think
Maybe?
we can because
Take the nest
We
too.
might have
Back
to
up that
destroy
First
shit.
of all, their nest is here, yeah, and as Knack just saw, I mean, none of you know this exactly, but, like, as Knack just saw, there's fucking magic all over this clearing.
Yeah, they probably will just see the magic and come back because that's what they'll eat.
Yeah,
So
because that's what they feed on.
Roll
It'd
them
be
up in a
very
rug
hard to,
and
like,
throw 'em off a
provide
cliff.
enough magic things to distract them from the smorgasbord. they
yeah,
have
I don't
here.
think there's moving these guys, and I don't think Knack can kill them. Knack has had his hand on his weapon this entire time, but he starts backing away. And
I'll bet he did.
takes
Why
his
don't you
hand
make
out
them
of it.
tiny?
Yeah.
I'll just-
You've got that like shrink animal or whatever. Make them pocket size, and then we can just
You
take
already
them
used
way
that
the
spell
fuck.
on
I used all my spells. Yeah.
Well, who's the sucker now?
and just pick them up and take
Run
them.
in there,
Yeah,
throw
just
it out
put them in your
the
pocket and go way the fuck away. And then when they start
That's
getting
really
big, that's
funny
when you
because I'm
toss them out.
picturing like they're still trying to feed, but they're like in the pocket, so all you see is a couple like little trunks poking out of his
Yeah.
pocket. Oh.
yeah, well, you just toss some good berries in there, it'll be fine.
I got one charge on shrink animal, but I can't. I'm not using it. No, I just back away.
So really quick.
Mhm.
So I peek in,
Yeah,
and then Knack walks in,
yeah,
looks in a room, and stops.
yeah. He's like right at that corner, so if you stepped in, you'd probably be able to see him from around the corner. Not like 100% clear. Like you'd see his back
Okay.
and see that he's hunched over.
So Oswald doesn't really know.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And Oswald, just for clarification, because we haven't had a lot of time to just like talk about it. So Oswald kind of expecting a big adventure, and he's getting a little frustrated with the fact that real life is not as exciting as a fake book. So he's getting a little hot and bothered about the fact that.
Adventure is not as
It's a
adventure
milk.
as
It's a milk run and not.
So he sees Knack go in, doesn't hear any screaming or anything, and is like, all right, and just walks in.
Okay.
Marvelous.
Yeah.
I see him coming, and I Knack turns very slowly towards Oswalt and puts a hand out.
As Oswald is coming around the corner, though.
Hold on really quick. Oswald high fives Knack.
Next.
Hey everybody, welcome to the end of another episode of the Killustrators. We are out here running around in some ruins, finding some stuff that you probably weren't expecting us to find in ruins. Blue Guys. As usual, music is provided by Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com. You can find us on Twitter at Killustrators, and if you go onto our Twitter account there, you can find all of our separate Twitter accounts, including guests that show up. This episode will show up on YouTube on Friday, and you will get another episode from us in 2 weeks, because we post every other Wednesday. If you like us, review us on iTunes. We really appreciate it, and share it with friends if you think we're worth their time. Also, if you're looking for a fun place to hang out, check us out at Discord, link in the description. It's a really wonderful place full of wonderful people. I say it every episode, and I mean it every episode. We do lots of fun stuff on there. People share all sorts of fun stuff. One of the fun things we do on there is we play bingo. Every Thursday after we release an episode, we do a listening party. And during that listening party, some members of the crew will hang out with whoever shows up. And one of the things that we do, if you're there, is we play bingo. If you win bingo, you get to get me to say some stuff at the end of an episode. As long as it's not super greasy or like an ad or something. Last bingo game was won by our boy and moderator on the Discord, Striker. So I'm going to read this message from him right now. This goes out to all y'all listening. If life starts to feel a little overwhelming, here's something that might help you through it. Just stop, take a breath, and remember to take things one step at a time. One day at a time. That's from our boy Striker. See what I mean? I told you everybody on our Discord is nice. He can get me to say anything he wants. Like poop smells delicious, and he gets me to say stuff like that. Come join our Discord. Thanks again for listening. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. And hopefully we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Okay, bye-bye.